Good morning and welcome to the round 5 of the Guild Ball British Championships here at Element Games. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Alex.
And we've got Masons versus Engineers, JJ Layfield versus Daniel Schmittke.
So we've had JJ on the stream before.
Yeah.
We had him, was it the
First game
yesterday? So he's continued his path to victory.
He has.
He's still
going.
going.
Very, very close.
It's going well.
Just two more games.
Just spoke to him now. Daniel seems very calm, reserved. JJ a bit shaky.
Yeah.
JJ's a bit nervous. He said he wished he was on table 2, not the stream table.
Yeah.
So
stream table reveals all.
Yep.
And has scathing commentary.
It does have scathing
from
commentary.
2 idiots.
2 people that don't know what they're talking about. So we're going to get going today. There'll be 1 game after this, which will be the final. So there was a possibility for us to go to 7 games in total, so 3 games today, but we didn't have that this time. No. So we've just got the 2 today, so it'll be this and 1 more. And I guess we'll go over the 10s that they have to choose from.
Let's go to the table, see what they're up to. If you want to go through the 10s there, Alex, for us.
So John, he obviously played yesterday with his engineers. He's running Ballista, Pin Vice, Mother, Ratchet, Hoist, Compound, Colossus, Velocity, Veteran Velocity, and Harry as the Union model. And then we go over to Daniel, who is running Masons, who has Hammer, Honor, Marbles, Snakeskin, Brick, Harmony, Veteran Harmony, Mallet, Tower, and Blint. So Snakeskin stands out to me there.
Snakeskin's a really interesting choice in this.
She's very good with Masons. She's very good with Masons. Masons actually have a very good selection out of the Union. Like none of them are undesirable.
No. But one of the interesting things with Snakeskin is that she is not a popularly seen model.
No.
And never has been. Despite having an amazing toolkit. And she has that sort of the unknown factor. Like the internet's got very vocal about things like this, where they say, Snakeskin's rubbish, don't take her, full stop, that's it. So no one plays her, no one plays against her really. So going into a final like this with a bit of an outfield player, whether she gets played or not is a different matter. But you have that sort of, oh, that's how she's used. If you have someone who has played her and learnt her, and
which is peculiar with the model when you look at the ability, the well-renowned ability at this point of clone.
Yeah, clone.
Everyone knows how good clone is. Having a Union model with nimble and clone, like
being able to get to defense 6 and clone, it can kill the ball.
Yeah, and
to no end.
And that's the thing, is she is, as you say, she's a big toolkit.
Yep.
She's not. You look at her card. The thing that stands out as being potentially peculiar about Snakeskin.
Yeah.
Is actually her playbook.
Yes.
Like you look at her card and it's sometimes hard to see exactly what her sort of playbook intends to do, if that makes any sense. But that is part of her toolkit. She's such a variety of what she can do.
If she wants to switch to killing things, she can. She's got 2 damage on 2 and Venomous Strike. You know, it won't generate your momentum, but it'll kill a player off, finish them. Fantastic dodging, like super fast, like 8 inches for no influence. If you just want to get the ball up there or get a player up there. And kick 3-6 is very respectable for a sort of pseudo-striker.
Does she have Shadow-like, or am I making that up?
She has Shadow-like,
She does have Shadow-like.
Shadow-like and a 6-inch
that freedom of movement that comes at the start, or just the threat range increase. She's very good, and I particularly like her in Masons.
And look at the 3rd result.
Yeah, that tackle dodge.
Tackle dodge is
beautiful.
Legitimate.
I mean, she's TAC 5, so you're generally going to be charging or, you know, a singled out from Mallet ahead of time to get that. But
it's so good.
Tackles with dodges are awesome.
Yeah.
She's also one of the the scarier things with her is if you are able to charge with some big debuffs on the model with the ball, the ability to get the tackle dodge wrapped to the dodge on the 1.
Yeah,
so you get basically a tackle double dodge that gets you 2 momentums. It's pretty good.
Really good, really good. So whether she gets picked or not, we'll have to see. Whether I think she could be a really good run into Engineers if Ballista goes down first.
Well, just in general, I think it's super interesting where, assuming you see Flint in a more football-y style game, you see a Masons team which can kind of challenge how difficult it is to get the ball off the Engineers. Like, despite the generally lower def, I mean, that's another thing Snakeskin brings, is the higher def model to the Masons. But yeah, there's some super interesting stuff that can go on the draft. Daniel does also have a lot more kickoff-esque lineup available to him if he wants to take it outside of the
Masons.
more peculiar stuff. Does have Hammer in there, so we could see Hammer.
So
that's Marbles coming out.
Marbles down. So we've got Marbles and Mother out on the table, picking the things. Marbles, Mother.
players just going through now and making sure that they both know and identify what terrain is which piece.
Yep. So saying that the small wall pieces are obstacles and that the large bundle of woods at the bottom is a barrier and blocks line of sight. And they're also counting the top box there as a barrier as well.
Yep.
And then the 2 rough ground pieces. No forests on top table?
No forest.
What do you think to forest on top table? They were a really interesting thing because a natural forest just benefits hunters straight up.
Yep.
It's not a hindrance to them.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not really something I've thought about.
No, it's the only thing really in Guild Ball because there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be cover. So the models that benefit from that always get it. But if there's a forest on top table, that is a straight up benefit for hunters.
Super good for hunters.
So the round is due to start at 10 in 5 minutes, but we're currently waiting on some late arrivals to the hall.
We do see Hammer put down.
Oh, Hammer's gone down.
We do see Hammer.
So, better get the errata out.
So Hammer saw some changes. I really liked Hammer anyway, and I actually felt like I'm not going to say the thing that people did wrong, but it is the way that when you look at his card, the way it was before the errata, it seemed like the most obvious thing was load him up and let him go in.
Yeah, let him
Whereas
go.
I actually think his strength was in his heroic and his ability to facilitate the rest of his team getting a lot done because the Masons' playbooks are very good.
Yes.
And they very well support
it's very reliable.
That sort of low down, decent amount of momentous damage, like generally 2 on 2 or
2 on 2 or 2 on 3. Yeah.
And being able to, get that up an extra 1 and make everyone very efficient at what they do. Yeah. And Hammer basically doesn't get any influence until it gets to the point where he wants to go for a 6 VP activation to try and close the game out.
So many times. Oh, we've got a Ratchet out for, I believe it's Ballista has gone down as well. So Ratchet.
And Brick.
Brick, yeah.
And Hoist. And Snakeskin comes out. We thought we'd see Snakeskin come out, and she does. I think maybe Veteran Harmony and Flint are going to be my guesses out the middle of nowhere.
So the late arrivals in the hall there just turned up. Round of applause from the hall so that the games can start. He said, game starts at 10. They're saying, oh, here, I've got 4 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah, right.
So we've seen a very interesting draft coming in here out of the Masons. And I think this is something we've seen a decent amount throughout the tournament. Granted, we haven't been able to cover all the games. Is the Masons do have a bit more freedom with their drafting because they don't feel obliged to take certain players anymore. That's Mallet.
Mallet gone down.
So I'm wrong, as always.
Classic.
Or maybe he's wrong. Maybe I'm right, he's wrong. We'll see. Harry comes out for the Union.
Yep, Harry. Yep, get that rock card out. Players there joking away that the internet told them Harry's bad, so why is he taking him?
Harry is bad. It's just terrible. Like, just imagine it taking him in a team with Midas. Like, do you want to lose? And then I believe that is Veteran Harmony.
Yeah, Veteran Harmony. Great for clearing the ranged knockdowns, smelling salts.
So I wonder if the reason Flint hasn't been taken is because he questions the efficiency of Flint in a lineup where his influence is generally kind of pre-planned. He has a pretty good idea where it's going. The difference you have with Hammer is you don't have that legendary to make up what you've allocated poorly.
Who is the final player for the
to shore up. It's a good. I'm assuming it's a Velocity, right?
One would assume. Oh. Original Velocity, yeah. We just had it. Look at that, the players, it's like they read our minds.
We'll have John again.
Yeah. Fantastic. Right. Well, thank you very much to the players. They said we can repay them in cuddles. That will happen after the game because that makes it so much easier.
That does make it so. We have to put that down as a request.
Yeah.
We have to put that down in the notes.
Yeah.
Get one of the players to read back the lists once they've picked them out so we know exactly who's who.
So I'll write these up in chat so everyone's aware. So we've got Ballista, Mother, Ratchet, Hoist. Velocity.
Harry.
Harry. And Hammer. Hammer's a really interesting choice. I mean, he's got Stoic, so he ignores these pushes from range, and I think that's going to be a big part of what's going to go on.
I think knockback's pretty big.
Yep.
Having all that reposition. It's part of me surprised I didn't see Tower.
Yeah, Tower seems the right choice to get through the tough hide and just to really
you've got the
things.
double dose of the pluses.
Yeah, plus one. Really stack up.
But I guess I also can't see where immediately looking at the team lineup that the Masons player has gone for, I can't see immediately outside of Hammer where that damage comes from, and I feel like just stacking Hammer every turn is a mistake.
Yes,
I feel like you're going to be
telegraphs so openly what your
and you're going
to
be trading a chunk of influence for maybe 2 VPs.
You can still take out a player.
You're usually, but with Tower, yes. Without Tower, I don't think so.
You know what's hilarious with Hammer's tackle knockdown? If he goes in to hit Velocity with the ball, tackle close control ignored, knockdown, ball scatters.
Yep.
I wonder if we'll see that in this game.
It's
an
interesting
like the worst.
result.
It's like, oh no, I've punched you too hard.
Knock back. Come on, we're going back over. You're on the floor.
Where's
you
that
can't
ball?
pick it up.
I'll escort you over there.
It's like my favourite part that you get out of the low def models on players with, push back or push dodges and things like that. Just the imagery of one of them sort of grabbing a big guy by the ear and being like, come on, we're going to go and score. And then at the last minute, just booting him away. Like, no, I don't need you.
I don't need you anymore.
You were like showing me the way. I can see it now. And it would appear, much like the Q&A last night, that we're actually starting on time.
Amazing.
What has this become?
The round has started, and it looks like Hammer is kicking off. Makes sense to get him up field and into that sort of death ball in the middle.
Yeah. Well, it also gets a projection on any aura stuff he wants to put out. I mean,
it's going to be one of those confusing games for us where
there's just influence everywhere, so we can't tell who's gone,
who's activated.
Granted, we'd struggle to keep up when it's not that because we're bad. But
I think one of the great things against Mason's players who used Hammer frequently in Season 2 that they did was that when a player had activated, they would turn their influence upside down.
Yep.
So you saw the clear colour side, and they're like, right, that's still there, but it can't be spent because it's not the symbol.
I actually had 2 different colours.
Oh, yeah.
I had blue and white because that was the scheme I'd gone for with them. So it was the white ones were the ones that I would swap out the blue ones.
Yeah.
The problem with that is, and I guess it does when you're coming, it's more when you're coming into competitive play than friendly play, is that does very much point out that I'm aware that influence is there, and it kind of really points it out to my opponent that I've very intentionally left an influence on someone, so it kind of telegraphs what I'm looking to do.
There's also some tokens that, I can't remember who used them, just had the activated little base huggers.
Yep.
Sit them onto it. He's activated. I'll leave his influence there because that's what I have to do according to the rules. Like, okay,
sure,
I see Brick with those 2. I know what that is.
Yep.
That's Punishing March and Iron Fist coming my way. I know how this game works.
I remember back in when Hammer first came out in Season 2, I found a lot of success using Avarice and Greed with him back then.
Yeah.
Avarice and Greed were back when you had your activation advantage.
Yep.
Hammer loved an activated activation. Words are hard. Activation
very
advantage.
Early. Coffee's just about to kick in.
I hope.
There are 5 players, and we've seen 3 of them. Yeah, basically we did top table games pretty much the entire way because every time it was an interesting one, and it just so happens that those top table players early in the tournament, have made their way back to top tables. Actually, these 11 Butchers players that turned up have not made their way to top tables.
Not done great.
Which just goes to show overrepresentation does not equal powerful or above the line.
Well, and a lot of it is, I guess, confidence in what you know.
Yes.
So, say you've been playing nothing but Sharkfish.
Yeah.
Shark gets altered in the errata. I know, very politically correctly worded,
Yeah.
right? Shark gets altered in the errata. You don't think he's competitive anymore because you've read some articles on the forums.
Yeah.
You read one that says, "Oh, Philip's crazy good."
Yeah.
So you jump ship. You paint up butchers. You bring them here, and you played 3 games.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd have been better off using Shark.
Yeah. So, interestingly, on table 2, we have got Henry K versus Aaron Wilson, and that is Morticians versus Union.
Yep.
Winner of that game will play the winner of this game to see who wins the Guild Ball British Championship and gets their plane ticket over to America. So, first activation here from JJ. On the right, we see him moving up velocity, coming back, collecting the ball. Ends up half an inch forwards, basically, after the sprint.
JJ with the stream shakes.
Yeah, he was saying yesterday, whenever he plays on stream, his hands go.
Yep.
And gets it.
That's how you do it, Sherwin. Take notes.
Make passes. Well,
Sherwin.
I know, that was such a rough game. All right, Brick there, just moving up, doing the brick thing. Yeah, yesterday we were due to have Morticians Union, I believe, on the stream. I think we said that. It changed due to some, there were drops.
Yes.
Just because people wanted to go home. So there was a redraw, and this is the game that ended up on top table. Mother going, throwing down the web marker, centre field. Strong play. Like a web marker there is never going to be bad.
Nope. Nothing that can be done about it.
No.
Just to let heads up before the round gets too invested, guys. Lunch is after this round. It's the same format as yesterday. So when you finish,
good news, everyone. Lunch is after this round, in case anyone missed that announcement. So
get your lunch and get yourself sorted. All right. Thank you very much.
We have requested from the TOs that we do get updates on Table 2, so we'll try and keep you updated on that as it progresses, but main focus will be on top table. Ratchet tooling up hoist. We're going to see some...
There's going to be a burrow, right?
Burrow or...
Going to be a burrow to go and punch something.
Yeah, I assume we'll see him overclocked as well, so he can burrow, charge, punch, 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 punch.
Probably. I'm intrigued that we haven't seen kind of the cookie cutter. Looking at the position in here, where you've got hammer next to brick, I thought we might have seen a hoist, true rep, tooled up, put tooled up on ratchet,
bang,
and then
bang
ratchet
out.
the bombs.
Yeah, I mean the bombs are still going out there to put down the rough ground, just without the tooled up. I guess the idea that you could do it is great, but their tough hide negates that tooled up a little bit. Or tooled up negates tough high, whichever way you want to see it.
I did glass half full or glass half empty.
Yeah.
You're negating their tech or you're losing yours.
Yeah. Whereas if you could say when Mallet comes forward, if you can get those bombs on him, that's more worth overall.
But it also, doing the bombs that early does free up the kind of options. Like now, Daniel has a bit more freedom. He doesn't need to be as aware of those templates.
Well, you say that, but hoist is still tooled up. The pipe plates can still get dropped with the +1.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
And
so he can copy do it the other way around.
Yeah, you just reverse the order of things.
With a model that's unkillable that can go a bit further forward and get them further back.
Yep.
Well, not entirely unkillable, but you know what I mean.
I am surprised that we didn't see overclock go down though.
I suspect the plan is going to be 2 pie plates popping down, two with the 3-inch AoEs, and just get 4 momentum. And
JJ just declared that he's true repping Blasted Earth, so I think we are going to see the pie plates go down and smash face.
Well, it's, as much as anything, it's just momentum. It'd be on 4, assuming he's within momentous inspiration. It's a pretty good place to be sitting after you've got control of the ball. You're a team that's, again, hard to kill. Yeah. I'm surprised to see Harry over Compound. I would have I think I'd have pulled Compound into this.
That being said, though, getting the Masons on fire, brick on fire is the worst brick. And same on Hammer. If Hammer's on fire, his threat range down to...
But everyone loves a counter charge off a counter charge.
Well, yeah.
It's the best.
Yes. Oh no, you can countercharge me. Ha! I can countercharge you.
So these all going out here.
Yeah, 3s to hit, make it really reliable. So damage-wise, we've had
Hammer's on, I believe.
Hammer's taken 5.
Yep, so he'll be on 13.
And Brick will have taken 5 as well, assuming they all hit, which I believe they did.
I believe they did, yeah.
Could you imagine being Brick and Hammer in this game? Like, all right, here for a game of football. Oh my God, 3 grenades. What is this?
Please stop blowing the pitch up. I legitimately think
who allowed grenades in this game?
I legitimately think we could get some pretty funny web comics out of
for sure,
the characters and how they react. And
yeah, I think that every team's got that whole like, how are you allowed this on a football
yeah,
pitch?
this is cheating.
Like,
you are just cheating.
The Brewers, they're throwing an explosive barrel of ale at us. That's not fair.
With no fuse.
With no fuse.
How does it explode? What's going on here?
Yeah. It's obviously remote detonation.
Yeah. It's like the hat.
Yeah,
he just taps his hat.
Taps his hat. Oh, look at that. JJ shakes. So JJ here deliberating whether to pass it or drop the ball and snap it to Harry. He's gone for the pass. And he is successful, so he will have the option to make a 4-inch dodge. He takes it. Having the hat in Engineers and Alchemists and anyone he can go for, having that turn 1 threat extension on your...
I think the majority of the time you will see it used in turn 1.
And then that's probably it.
There's some crazy funky stuff you can do when using Blackheart.
Oh, on my mark, when you're triggering it off the playbook. Yeah,
there's some pretty funky stuff you can do with that.
Yep.
To really maximise your movement efficiency with...
Or with anyone.
Well, it's combined with the momentum efficiency and everything that goes in with that. Just to ensure that you get so much out of one influence.
Hits it. 3 damage and knockdown on Mallet there. Is that Mallet? Let's see.
Is it Mallet
no,
or
it's
Marbles?
It's on Marbles. Momentous Inspiration gets it. Sakana's Spear is another one. I don't see Sakana's Spear as being too too intrusive in the game.
Because Shark Spear is pretty...
Yeah.
And for someone that doesn't really hurt people...
Yeah.
I assume that it's more for show than anything else, and if anything,
well,
it kind of sticks it
fending off, isn't it? That's how
it sticks it in the ground and does like weird acrobatic...
Yeah.
I don't want to say pole dances, but I'm gonna.
Good morning, stubby holders. I think pole dancing. I think Kraken's harpoon is the one for the fisherman. Like he throws a harpoon through someone.
Have you seen
and just
Corsairs?
Pulls them back. Yeah.
Like they are actually. Like I've
barbed,
legitimately managed to catch myself on that a few times.
They are nasty. The Butchers is just the whole guild. They're killing players on
No, they're actually plastic. They are PVC weapons.
Oh, okay.
On brand.
Yeah. Bonk.
They've got like squeakers in them. They're dog toys.
The Alchemist obviously just throwing out.
I mean, the big one that we haven't said is Spigot's broken beer bottle.
Yeah. I think the bear is the...
No, that's just wildlife.
Yeah.
Can't control that. There is a shotgun in there at some point.
Yeah, there
well.
is a shotgun.
Crossbows and...
Who brought a shotgun to a football game?
That is just cheating.
Who can shoot 4 times?
So something I find interesting with the game, going back to that very briefly.
Yeah.
We saw Veteran Velocity taken.
Did we? No, we saw Original Velocity taken.
Sorry, not Harmony.
Veteran Harmony, yeah.
But I believe I'm right in saying that the aura of the breaking play, I believe it's called, the one that made character plays harder to hit, didn't activate her early enough to get any use out of that.
I think the Veteran Harmony sits in an odd place with Smelling Salts, in that you want to go last to get
you want
you also
to try and avoid it. Well, I mean, I guess Smelling Salts guarantees you get to remove after being hit, whereas the breaking play, there's a chance you get missed.
Whereas
I can see the reasoning behind going last.
When you defense 3 up to 4 and they're rolling 2 dice, odds are still on quite highly that you'll get hit. So in that sense, it's better off waiting
to get rid of it after you've been hit. Again, maximising the efficiency of what you can get out of the influence. But it's that weird point you hit, right, where you want to How is Smelling Salts an AoE still, or is it just targeted?
Yeah, it's an AoE.
So it is an AoE. So
Yeah.
you're at this weird point where you want people within an AoE
Yeah.
to be
AoE
able
range.
to get your Smelling Salts out.
But you also don't want
But
them in
you
AoE.
don't want to be in an AoE because you don't want to get
smashed
blown up by grenades.
Yeah. The reason I say Sakana is because it's that barb that thing catches in the skin. In my mind, that's why it causes the anatomical precision. It works.
Yeah.
There are loads out there that just...
When you think about stop and think about it, it's like...
that shouldn't be allowed, surely.
Yeah.
Imagine that the Longshanks are constantly bribing the guild, the referee guild or whatever.
It's just like, it's fine.
You're like, just you ignore that weapon. Again, this game.
Oh, the bear. No.
He's a player. He's a player.
It's a man in a suit.
Man in a suit. Ignore him. Do you want the bear chasing you? No. Okay, well, then you let him
Plot
play.
twist.
Yeah.
Cena is just
John
John
Cena.
Cena in a bear suit. There you go.
Locks, get on it.
Yeah, there we go.
That's
Old sculpt with the You Can't See Me
edition.
cap and everything.
Yeah. Someone made that in the community.
Yes, I do
They had
remember. That T-shirt as well,
the
right?
T-shirt, the hat.
Wristbands.
It was amazing.
Pretty good. So apologies for not keeping up with what's going on, but it's just basically jostling for position. It looks like Flint's gone forward towards...
Flint, that's interesting.
Not Flint, sorry. Who's that? There's a player.
This one.
That one. Is that Snakeskin?
That's Vet Harmony, isn't it?
And then Snakeskin just behind?
Snakeskin's
is down at the bottom.
Model here down the bottom. She's in her like knee slidey pose. All right, so clocks are
paused. And obviously JJ automatically winning with his 5 momentum.
Yep.
So just going straight to allocation.
JJ on 38 minutes and Daniel on 40. There is 1 hour 34 left in the round. So
I wonder if, I mean, obviously, if there ever was a reason for a game to be a bit of a slog with what's at stake, now is the time for that?
Yeah, so like games 1, 2, 3 yesterday felt like they should have been...
They felt like finals and semi-final
they all felt
games.
like a finals game where no one wants to commit a mistake.
I think like the shortest game we had yesterday was about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Like they were all very long games.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know if I know that JJ is just a super nice guy. Unfortunately, I don't know a huge amount about Daniel. Obviously, a good player to be where he is. Players not interacting like at all.
Yeah,
like there is no chatter, no joking.
There's no table chat.
Just I'm rolling these dice to see if this hits this guy. Yeah. I know that's their death.
Yeah,
I'm rolling it.
Both
that hits, you take this much damage.
I think at this point in a tournament, when you want to go to Worlds, both players know everything on each other's cards, near enough.
Yeah.
Besides, like, does this person have this? Because I don't think I remember them having it.
Yeah.
And so they don't need to talk. They're just like, I'm doing deadbot on this model. 3, that's hit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
They're like, yes, resolve.
Interestingly, we see Mother kind of nowhere near Hoist. Usually they kind of go around as a pair.
They do, although Mother can always swing in. She's fast enough.
She is fast.
Yeah. And then I believe we saw 4 influence going on Hoist, so it looks like we might have a... it looks like 4 on Hoist and 4 on Ratchet, so we might see another turn of bombs going out.
I mean, I can't really see any reason not to. Like, Hammer's going to get there eventually, don't get me wrong.
You've got that big rough patch in front of Ratchet. He's quite happy sitting behind that.
I think Ballista's going to be doing a deadbolt on Hammer at some point.
So this is Ballista, 4 dice kick over to Mother, and he misses it. So ball scatters to Mother. Black is direction 6, 3 inches.
That is not great. That's
not
very
great.
backwards. No, very forwards. Yeah, that's even worse.
And that ball path doesn't even intercept on anyone, so he's left there. And then we see a deadbolt coming out. 2 dice, needing a 3 on Hammer.
Really needs this.
Yep. Oh, gets it on a 3. 3 damage down to 2. Gains momentum.
Which will leave Hammer on 11 health. Stoic goes, so he ignores the push, but is not down.
Yeah. So he's still got his move. He's looking at Snakeskin there going, right, she tackles on 2.
He's contemplating just wandering over with Ballista, pick up the ball and drop it on Mother,
I don't think he's in range. Oh, he might be in range.
So JJ seems concerned about the possibility of Hammer charging Ballista.
I'd take that.
Yeah, like he just doesn't have.
I mean, he gets the +1 damage because he'll take Iron Fist off someone. He
Yeah.
can take Punishing March off someone. The 2 on brick there for that purpose, probably.
But I don't understand. Like, that isn't something I'd be consciously trying to like play around. I don't think.
No, it's going to happen. You accept that.
And it doesn't. I mean, Hammer
doesn't
goes
kill
in,
him.
does some damage. I wouldn't have thought kills him.
The charge in probably does 4, maybe a wrap because of the low defense. 4, wrap up to 5. How much health does Blister start with?
He does have tough hide also.
Yeah, but that's counted out by the...
Oh, you're just
yeah, so Iron
assuming.
Fist is there, assuming that's there. How much health does Blister start with?
18.
It would be non-momentous, but I think he would kill him. He could if he wanted to, or leave him on like 4 left.
Yeah. So he
Very
moves in with
reliably.
Ballista. I think he picks up the ball. I'm surprised he doesn't drop it on Pin Vice.
Pin
Not
Vice.
Pin Vice,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, me
Mother.
too. Surprised he doesn't drop it on the other captain.
I mean, that's what I'd do. But I cheat.
Yeah. Oh, Pin Vice is my mascot. Did you not know that?
Did you miss that?
You missed that
Union
bit.
get Hemlock, I
Yeah.
get Pin Vice.
Yeah, I don't understand leaving the ball on him because that kills it for the turn now.
Well, I can't help but think what that does.
Oh wait, it forces someone to come in and take it. And
No.
Then, no.
No. So the obvious play is, well, not obvious play, but the one that JJ's worried about is the Hammer play.
Yep.
The result Hammer wants is a knockdown.
Yes, that scatters the ball anyway.
And JJ's hoping that goes onto one of his players so he can carry on playing the ball.
I suppose.
That is the ultra bait of being, I know what you want to do, so I'm going to make you have to consider what's going on here. Because if he comes in and knocks down...
Well, I guess he takes a tackle knockdown, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, of course, Blister's got no close control. Just the tackle. I'm thinking old Hammer playbook where he had the 1 damage knockdown.
Yeah. It's an interesting one though. Because if he charges in, he's got to hope for the wrap to get the tackle knocked down, so he can start doing his damage.
Or he just survives. It's...
Or he doesn't. Yeah, or he lives.
But at that point, I think Hammer could score, maybe.
Boost his kick up to 8.
I'm thinking you take the pushes to swing the
Starts.
knockback angle round and just start.
Go the long way.
I think you could make that. What is he? Got an 8-inch kick, right? 2-8 still?
He's 2-8, but then if he takes ball hog, it goes up to 3-8.
Yeah, I think he could quite comfortably score from where he is. Swing it round with knockbacks, if he wanted to.
If he wants to, yeah. I think well, he's put down 2 tokens. I would assume it's Iron Fist Punishing March.
And he's declared a charge.
He's not said anything. Oh,
On
going after Ratchet.
Ratchet. Oh, it's the obvious target.
Yeah, so the Punishing March there just being counteracted by
He
the...
does declare he's going base to base.
Yeah. Interesting. Could we see Hammer 1-turn Ratchet? What's Ratchet's health?
I wouldn't have thought so. He's got 17. Like, he is an easy... He's the squishy
17,
target of this
3-1.
team. But...
Again, if we had Compound instead of Harry, this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, just protect with the counter charge bubble.
Oh, good roll. That's after armor 7, which is a wrap. Be 1 up to 2 and potentially 5. See what the players declare. Goes for a 3 damage knockdown, no momentous, and 2 momentous damage. So 5 done there. So that was a 2 non-momentous with a knockdown up to 3, and a 1 momentous up to 2. Rolling again on 2s this time, all hit. 1 off for armor, 6. Full playbook.
Yeah, Ratchet goes down here.
Yeah, Ratchet can just be taken off here. I think he needs to take the non-momentous results. Takes 5 non-momentous damage.
Leaving him on 7 health.
Yeah.
Just a casual 10 in 2 attacks.
Yeah. Oh, all hit again. So he's got his entire playbook. 7 left, so Hammer here has to take a non-momentous result to it. So it goes 4 up to 5 non-momentous.
2 health remaining on Ratchet. And obviously Ratchet was loaded, so this is big.
Yeah, this is big. It's 4 influence off the table. So 4 hits after armor. 3 momentous damage with a push. That kills him, and off goes 4 influence and overclocked and tooled up.
Yeah. Like, it's not just losing Ratchet and that influence. The bigger part to that is definitely the loss of options for Hoist.
Yeah. Oh, there goes all the grenades for this turn.
Yeah. And they don't have anywhere near the damage output to deal in anything.
Oh, I think they've
Hammer now has 11 health, but with the tough hide and no tooled up, they cannot punch through that tough hide.
And also, if you look at the table state now, I think the engineers just have to go crowd out Hammer and beat on him for momentum.
I'm surprised we didn't see Daniel with a heal. He may have. He's relatively quiet now, Mike, so he may have done the heal, but he may not feel he needed to.
I don't think he needs to. I think if we can see his card in the middle there, it still looks like it's chock full up to the last point.
He still has 11 health.
He has 11 health and tough hide, and there's no tool up now. And the captain's gone. You've got Hoist left to go. Hoist has 2 damage on 3 hits, which is 1, so that's 4 damage coming in.
But I would want to maximise the amount of health I can get on Hammer each turn, because Daniel seems to be using him as his key piece. He throws him in as his superstar. Yeah. And ideally, if you can be spending 1 momentum to get that 4 health, which in a team where you've just killed the tooled up player, and you have tough hide, that 4 health has a greater value. Well, that's a very valuable momentum that you've spent.
Yeah. Harry here spending a Molotov. I wonder if Harry has 2 influence, because a goad on brick would be... Mwah.
Goad on brick would be pretty good. Yeah. It seems to have gone very dark on the table all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think
gone on there.
I think we're maybe down a light or something. Or these guys are leaning over the table, whereas our players yesterday were not. Harry sets him on fire and engages him. We're going to go see if we can sort these lights out a little bit.
It seems to be back, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and then, as expected... Oh, so update from Table 2. Henry is on 2 VPs.
Aaron is on none.
Aaron's on none. Yeah, agrees to beholders. That was a smart play taking Ratchet. It takes so much off the table for the engineers.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. He was... the positioning of Hammer suggests to me that was always the intent, because
I think
Ratchet offers so much.
Was that a misplay from JJ then, not going first with Ratchet and getting the benefits out?
I think it was potentially a misplay from JJ having him as far forward as he was. Because you've got the 10-inch range on those blast earths, you don't need to come so far forward.
Committed. And also the stoic on Hammer making Ballista's character plays that less useful. I think that potentially was a misplay from JJ there.
Either that or just a miscalculation of the damage that can be done.
Yeah. Snakeskin there, charge in with the tackle dodge, declared the counter-attack on Ballista's side, but what we said earlier, JJ just said, did not see that on your playbook.
Yep.
And so this is one of these characters that isn't regularly seen and isn't fully known about, wasting one of JJ's momentum.
It's funny when you often look at a player and look at why you're taking them. There are some cases where a playbook result is
a good
that reason. Yeah. Like, you look at a player, Decimate also has a tackle double dodge.
Yes.
Which is an amazing result.
If you hit that, then you are scot-free from anyone.
Yeah. But yeah, like, Snakeskin is so safe over there with that ball.
Oh, yeah. So JJ here thinking that Brick can't reach. I think Brick could have got there if he glides.
Possibly.
He's within 6. He's currently on -4.
I don't think you can glide outside of your activation. You declare glide in your activation.
Right, okay. If that's
that would have been an amazing play from Daniel if he turns around and goes, I'm going to pay 1 to glide on Brick after he's moved, and just be like, because then for the rest of the turn he has glide, but he cannot declare a glide outside of his activation.
Right. Who kicked? Yes, Mason's kicked. Hammer kicked off.
So I believe this is Hoist punching
This is velocity going.
velocity on Hammer, just getting some momentum up.
Momentous something.
Assuming a dodge.
Yeah. Momentous double dodge.
Just moves in. Surrounding Hammer. I mean, Ballista hits like a truck if Ballista wants to turn around and go in. Obviously, Ballista's activated now, but I wonder if this is the setup.
For turn.
Knockback does make it so Hammer has a really easy time of getting out of there.
Yeah. He just goes, right, you, me, let's go.
Yep. Just pick one and out we go. He's got the momentous push on one with... He's still got knockback. I'm not making that up.
Yes, yeah, he still has knockback.
So yeah, locking him down is not easy.
Not an easy ask. It's one of those horrible turns for JJ here where things haven't gone his way. He's now got to make the best out of a bad situation. Yeah. And the Masons have plenty of influence left. I think we'll see Smelling Salts come out at the very end just to clear that fire off Brick and reset up that huge charge range.
Yep. Well, we've got a lull in the action. If we load up the rulebook to have a look. Oh no, yeah, I thought that was the case, that you had to be in your activation. I did it, Jamie.
You did it.
I got a rule right.
Well done.
Nailed it.
Well done. We said day 2 would be better.
Yep. Well, I got one thing correct.
Yeah.
That's one more than yesterday.
So what we just saw there was Smelling Salts go out, hit Brick, get rid of fire, and then stay within 4 for breaking play in case any more want to come out, which could come potentially from no one.
No.
No.
Well, you could see a Hoist copy of Molotov.
I just want. Is it Friendly Guild? I think it might be.
Correct.
Yeah, Friendly Non-Captain Guild models card.
So yeah, no.
Yeah, none of that coming out. But good to clean play nonetheless, making sure you remember to do those sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's 0-0, Ronan. No one's. Oh no, it is 2-0. You're right. You're right. Sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Ratchet died. My bad.
Jamie, come on! I just managed to get a rule right, and then you come in and forget the score.
What? Who?
What's this?
Burglar Bill?
No, not again. In terms of the clock, we're looking pretty much dead even at 31 minutes and 32 minutes.
Yep.
The 31 for JJ, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Fortunately, there's some Masons tokens in the bottom right-hand corner which give away which side is the Masons player. I'm going to be taking full advantage of that.
So Hoist here on the back on the pitch, jogging up, staying outside of 6 of Brick, and buying attacks on Hammer. So rolling 8 dice, attack 5 plus 3 friends.
Do you think the intent here is just to get that first
get momentum and try and
then
first.
get Hammer dead at the start of the next turn?
Oh, such a good roll.
Wow, that's not great.
You're really hoping for wraps here.
Takes an momentous push dodge.
Yep. Dodge into base to base in case any counter-attack shenanigans come out. Unfortunately, on that Alchemist dial, I can never tell what the momentum is.
I cannot tell what's, I'm guessing like 4, maybe?
Yep. Maybe. Momentous 2 damage, which goes down to 1.
Which I believe leaves Hammer on 10 health.
Yep. Another one comes in. Another momentous 2 down to 1. Last one. No, it's awful. 3 hits be some sort of momentum with a push or dodge on it. Nothing of interest. Okay. So that's JJ ending his the amount of activations left. I don't think he does, but that's 6 momentum on his side. I don't think we see that.
It's 3 or 4 on the Masons.
Yeah, well,
there or thereabouts.
Hammer was wrapping and taking.
Because he was taking.
No, he wasn't taking much momentous, was he? Because he kept hitting the 5.
No. So the kill was a momentous damage. Yeah. Obviously, the 1 for that. I think there may have been one other one.
I think 3 were generated from that. Oh. So that they rolled was a re-roll. Oh, pulls it out the bag.
And the Masons player rolls
a 6 to win that.
Wins it. So I believe, yeah, he was on 4.
Yeah. So that was JJ 3 up to 5, and then.
That's rough.
That's grim. Oh. Harry. Squishy defense 3 Harry. Gets him out.
Yeah. Might just get rid of Mother. Keep killing these.
Yeah.
These true rep targets.
Yeah.
Obviously, the goal from Snakeskin is. I mean, I might take the goal.
I was going to say, your choice is you either go first with Hammer, keep him alive, or go first with Snakeskin, get the goal. Getting the goal is more important to get those VPs up, to get you to 6-0, and be in a stronger position.
I mean, I might have been tempted to fully load Snakeskin, take my Shadow-like into Ballista.
Dodge away.
Well, I'd be trying to get as much momentum as I could out of that activation. So I say I get to 3 momentum, heal Hammer for 2.
Yeah.
And then
tap in.
And then go for the goal with the last one.
I don't think that's 4 on Snakeskin, though.
No, definitely not 4 on Snakeskin. I mean, granted, you look at that roll-off for the initiative.
I'm not sure bringing Ratchet on there is a good idea.
Oh, no, it's brave.
Because that is... Oh, no, Hammer's only got 1, so that's why he can do that. Hammer's legendary turn, obviously.
Would assume so. Well, maybe not. That's an aura. Is that an aura or a pulse? If it's been an aura, I don't know how long he's going to be alive.
Yeah, good point.
So we do see the Shadow-like
like
to go and engage Ballista. I believe there were 3 on Snakeskin.
Yeah. So I don't think you declare any counter-attacks because she just dodges out, walks away.
Yeah, it's...
good roll there. Reactor armor, that's clone if she wants it. Take some rinse dodge. I think I'd have taken clone.
No, you just want to disengage.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, he may only have 2 on her.
If he's got 2 on her, then yes, dodge 100%. If you've got 3, if she dodges on 1,
yeah, you take the clone. And
take the clone, and then you're like, well, if it all goes wrong, at least I'm safe with the ball.
Yep.
I delay the game a little bit, but you're not getting the ball this turn.
Well, at that point, I take... As I said, I would have just put... I think there was a mistake in influence
4.
allocation. I'd take the best of both worlds here, get the 4 to have the momentum to be able to score and heal Hammer.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Chat there saying that the active model may declare to glide, and since Brick is the active,
okay.
you could maybe glide in. Look at that, there's a 4-inch widget out.
Yeah, I'll do it. So, I think he did have 4, because I think
maybe just paid for clone.
Is it clone or nimble?
Clone or nimble, one of the 2.
But if it was 4, I would have been...
Yeah. Back on table 2, it's a 2-2 draw, and that is a goal from Snakeskin. So it is 6-0. JJ plays Who Are You for Avengers token going down. That's 4 net hits if he chooses to go after her.
And he plays Knee Slider in return.
Oh, super fast.
Snakeskin going into that cover. That is about as safe as you can be. With Clone up in cover.
Clone/nimble.
And a team that has, how many 2-inch melee? Just the 1 with Harry.
Yeah.
Who's kind of busy.
Yeah. So JJ choosing to drop the ball really short, deep in his backfield, because he doesn't think any Masons player can get in there right now. 2-1, that couldn't be more perfect for him, really.
Yeah.
Blister going next. Do you see a takeout on Hammer, you reckon? Oh, got to be careful of the brick counter charge. You can definitely hide behind Mother's base. Yep, Blister there, walking into range of Hammer.
I think you're pretty happy with, like...
I think generally...
Pretty happy with that, right? You probably lose Hammer here.
Yeah.
It's funny how I said I would have definitely spent the 1 to heal him. I mean, I would have been setting up to lose the initiative.
Yeah. So Blister here, rolling 10 dice.
Gets the rub of the luck.
Using 3s and 1.
That's not a great roll again.
Oh, terrible rolling from JJ. Gets 4 hits though, misses the... takes the non-momentous
knockdown.
Yeah. I think on average dice there he gets the momentous knockdown, which is a little bit unfortunate for him, but he still gets the result he wanted. Just not the momentum.
That's better.
Much better roll, 9 hit, so 8, that is a wrap. But won't get to use this momentous because of the momentous 3 down to 2.
6-2 to Aaron Wilson on table 2 now.
And then momentous push, which he gets momentum for. Oh, Henry K just killed the mascot, so it's now 6-3. Stoic there triggers.
Got you.
So 2 damage on hammer after that.
So he's got 7 left.
7 remaining. Four attacks left. Should be able to do this.
Not with rolls like that.
Oh, God.
Oh, no,
it's-
sorry,
it's
he is knocked down now.
Yeah.
That's fine. Damage limitation.
So the wrap doesn't nothing. 3 down to 2. Yeah, the wrap does nothing there due to tough hide and not having the ball. One, two, three, 6. Went to 3 down to 2. So one of the interesting points here is, I think myself as a cautious player,
You'd be taking the non-momentous
I'd
one
have taken
to
at
give you
least
the
one
cover.
momentous, four non-momentous, to allow me to then take the 2 momentous.
A hammer on 1 health now.
Yep.
So this has been the momentous 3 to 2 every time, and the wrap nothing.
Yeah.
And the last one
And,
comes
oh,
out.
hot roll.
There's the big one. Just when he doesn't need it, 'cause he needs to do 1 damage.
Well, he gets the extra momentum from the push on the wrap. One
Throw
hit
up a
point left
minefield with the.
with that one and wrap onto that.
Can you
Yeah,
wrap
so he
onto that?
takes momentous minefield and then momentous 2 down to 1. Yeah.
Right, so I called it right?
Yeah. Yes. A minefield there, a real nice little ability just to throw in for as a freebie. So score is 6-2 to Daniel. And a truck full of momentum generated.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel was anticipating. I mean, I think he was generally expecting everything that happened there, apart from the minefield.
Yeah.
The minefield kind of, I wouldn't say it complicates things too much, but it's just another decision point.
It's a 4-inch aura, so most of those models will be fine, but you've got Mallet and you've got Brick, who are your hitters now for this turn.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I don't know what the Masons' game plan is for this turn now.
Nope.
They've scored, that was about it, because one of the things with the Masons are they are fantastic with their out-of-activation shenanigans, but in activation, you've got Mallet, who's a setup piece. Brick can't kill anyone without tooled up, and then you've got 2 on Veteran Harmony. And not to dismiss Veteran Harmony as a player, but her damage output isn't fantastic.
No. I mean, it can be solid if you've got the buffs up, because she's got that either non-momentous 2 on the 2 or the momentous 2 on the 3, which, you know, if you throw tooled up and
put Iron
Fist on her, then
yes.
+2 modified makes anyone a killer.
Yeah. Even Salt can kill people with a +2.
Yes, he can. Mascots are great.
Sick 'em wraps. Nom.
So he takes the singled out on that.
Yep, I think it was.
Mallet charging into, I believe.
I think just walking in, probably. The amount of dice rolled.
5 dice. That must be. I have no idea who that's on, the dice in the tray. Is that on velocity?
It looks like. They're 3 inches away from her. And yeah, right, and singled out.
Cool.
Singled out or smash shins, one of the 2.
Singled
Probably,
out.
if we see 7 dice, singled out. Yeah, singled out. Oh! 1 hit.
That's the one.
Smash shins. There
Takes
we
the
are.
smash sins.
Which on velocity is actually a bit of a bummer. Because if you want to make any passes now, you can't.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Yeah, this turn's not
I don't
about
know if
passing.
Velocity's going to be kicking the ball. I think Velocity, if anything, is more likely to be shimming around. I'm interested to see that he's using the full 3-inch melee range.
Yeah, rather than going in, crowding out, and engaging.
No, it's the
next turn.
engaging.
Yeah.
I mean, you force the acrobatic for the disengage.
Yeah, that was 1 damage on Velocity there with the last attack. The kick out, you can see the ball there just in front of JJ's goal. He let it drop really short because he didn't think once Hammer was dead, and he's assuming he was going to kill Hammer, no players could get there.
Yep.
Velocity to activate. Making a way over towards Mallet. He's the next target for the little death bubble. Is this the 4th game we've had with the death bubble?
There's been very slow,
methodical.
This guy's dying.
This guy's dying.
The one game that wasn't the case was the one which
the
raised the most questions, where the target priority seemed to be all over the place. And
Yeah,
it's like, to kill people, you need to focus on them, and it's too much split damage going on. Can't really work out what the plan is.
I think Velocity here is just sprinting, acrobatic, getting wide.
I think you're going to maybe see.
I think with singled out on her, it's taking away the easiest.
I think you see Harry pick up the ball,
Yep.
pass it to Hoist, who takes a 4-inch dodge, who then passes it on to Velocity up the wing.
Yeah.
Get the ball safe. If he wants to do, if the Masons player wants to do anything about it, you're forcing the Hammer commitment on a wing, which keeps him out.
And knockdown tackle. Lol, 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 lol.
Yeah. And then it scatters off the pitch.
Yeah, and then you get it back with Hoist in the centre. Goal, you're like, played for.
You have to be very careful playing on the wing against Hammer.
Yeah,
with his
just
push
knockbacks.
on the one and the knockbacks make it very easy to get shoved off the pitch.
Yeah. Right, so we saw Marbles there, just moving up 6, getting within 4 of Brick to trigger Go Ape.
They're measuring from Hoist, so I wonder if Hoist is...
Hoist maybe looking at Burrow pop up, engage Brick.
Yeah, I mean, Hoist's amazing at engaging Brick.
It's like, no, I don't.
He's amazing at engaging anybody.
I don't want to do anything, thank you. Mason's player on 3 momentum. Ratchet there, picking the ball up, dropping it on Hoist. So unsnaps an inch. And snaps onto Hoist. Ratchet there, hiding in cover. Spen wants a heal? I think he healed.
Overclocks Hoist.
Yeah. I think...
Looking at the card, I think he healed.
Yeah.
Does Ratchet come back on with 17 health, so I'm assuming 9.
Yeah.
It's 9.
He's on 13 health. Mason's player in a bit of a jam right now because there's a couple of... what's the range on Burrow? Is it 4 inches?
I believe so.
I just choose a friendly nest marker. You could easily...
Just choose a friendly, but it's range 4.
Oh, range 4, yeah. Reckon that that nest marker in the middle is within 4 inches? Hard to tell from my angle. Like, JJ put down a 2-inch marker to the middle one.
I mean, trying to do it in the most logical way.
I think that's out of 4.
Looking at the size of Mother's base.
Yeah.
She's a 40 mil, right?
Yeah.
It's probably a bit more than 4. I'm assuming definitely yes, given that's... I mean, we saw the 6 measurement come out between Hoist and Brick.
I mean, Mother could always go down and put down another marker.
Yeah. Is Burrow once per turn?
Burrow is once per turn. Okay.
I was wondering if he could chain them.
I'll check.
So he boings to the one directly in front of him, then boings to the other one. Just gradually works up the entire field.
Outrageous.
That'd be fantastic. We should take OPT off that.
Yeah.
Sign the petition, guys.
But they were
Yeah, this is something that I found occasionally happens with Masons, more specifically Hammer Masons, when you play Hammer as that more superstar. You run out of steam and you have to start back up again.
Yeah.
And that seems to be what's happened.
Really interestingly, we saw 4 influence from Snakeskin generate 1 momentum, which was then spent on a goal.
Yep.
We saw 4 influence on Mallet, which generated 3 momentum.
Yep.
And that's about it, really, for this team. I mean, Brick can't get 2 more, but then Brick's in, and you don't ever really want Brick in.
It's a very... As I said at the start, I feel like the influence that this Masons team generates is kind of pre-spent.
Yeah.
You generally know who's getting what. You have the far more active and greedy players.
Yeah.
You have a few batteries that exist there to give other players momentum. Yeah. The bigger consideration there for the Hammer lineup is who of the players that I don't want to give influence for them gets influence for Hammer doing stuff.
Yeah.
And Hammer is very demanding positionally to play well.
Well, I think we see him return to the pitch on the top side.
Yes, but I don't know.
Because returning next to the barrier down there, he's out the game for 2 turns.
It's a weird one because Hammer can kill multiple players on the lineup of JJ. And while he's on 6, it means if JJ wants to go for a goal,
Yeah.
I think Daniel can kill a player and score in return before JJ could score again or kill 2 players.
Yeah. I think we are going to see a potential goal run, though. Players there checking whether that's in.
Which is funny because actually, from my angle, that looks a bit out.
That looks out from our angle.
Players happy?
Players happy with it?
Nice sporting.
Yeah. It's always the right thing to do to ask your player, is this in?
Yeah, you always got to double check. Intent is very important to ensure that people are aware of what you're doing and why you're doing something.
Yeah. So
that when you say, "Oh, this is going to happen," it doesn't look like you're trying to be like shady
them.
and.
Yeah. So JJ here trying to figure out the math on if he burrows to there, overclocks forwards, triggers the counter charge from Brick. Whether he gets knocked down or not, because if he defensive stands up to 5-1. But you have time on your side to do this for this turn. This doesn't need to be an instant, I need to do this now. You could
go and
walk
engage
up, go and engage
Harry.
with Mother or someone.
I think Mother's already gone.
Has she?
I could be wrong.
Oh, it looks like so. No, I don't think she has.
With only 2 markers on the pitch.
Yeah, so
not.
assume not. We're in turn 3. I don't think there's any rush to score this turn. You've got the ball. Everything that can score's gone.
I mean, if you score this turn, does Brick score in return like an absolute boss?
Maybe.
I mean, I say that sounds kind of jokey.
Take a 2-dice shot.
It's not 2 dice. You've got Football Legend from Mallet. Mallet's nice and up there.
Yeah.
You glide, you run in, you take a shot. Like it's. I mean, I think it's risky. Like if I am the Masons player and I see all this measuring, all this planning around a counter charge from Brick,
you start.
I do not take that counter charge.
No.
I'm like, no, I'm good where Brick is. Thanks. He's going to go and score. And I haven't measured that out. I could be wrong.
I don't know. A 6-inch sprint gets him to roughly about where Hoist is. You probably could.
And he's got a 6-inch kick, right?
Got a 6-inch kick. 7-inch with.
How
Football
far
Legend.
is it from the centre of the? It's 8 from the deployment line to the centre of the pitch, and then it's another 4.
Yeah,
so it's 12.
It's 12 inches because
so he's definitely within range.
Yeah. So Harry put the firebomb down.
Okay, that would stop the goal.
Yeah. That would stop the goal. It would also stop the counter charge if he's on fire. 2's to hit.
Does he bonus time it? He did not
No.
bonus time it. That was brave.
YOLO boys.
That was very brave.
I think he wants to guarantee going first.
I mean, he's got options.
I mean, it's 6 momentum to 3.
Yeah.
So he's not guaranteed it yet.
And if he's going on a goal run, he's definitely
He's spending
bringing that down.
Yeah. So I almost think, do you guarantee going first, have Ballista go kill Mallet,
Maybe.
and then you sit back, you're like, right, who's coming in next?
Yeah, because falling into the similar thing that we saw happen with Masons previously, where they just seem to be feeding one in at a time.
Yep. Like if Hoist just, I don't know, takes acrobatic, dodges out the way, free charges over, just rails in a little bit, gets momentum up, wins initiative, kills Mallet at the start. Someone else then needs to do something because the ball will probably be on someone who can score velocity.
Yeah.
Snakeskin's out the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, Snakeskin's she's.
And she's not a safe target to go in on anyone because she's got that "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And anyone she wants to can take that to really just ruin her plans via pushes or via knockdown.
Yeah. So clockwise, both on 20 minutes.
Yep. See the hole there. Busy day again.
It's a busy day. Only a few drops this morning.
3 drops, I think.
A lot of travelling up and down here, so I can entirely respect people that
aren't winning it, so now want to go home, spend Sunday with the family.
Yeah.
Got Ed Ball there on top table, ready to be asked any questions. Bryce as well, hanging out nearby.
Yeah. That's Ronan waving in the background. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend.
Chris Rutter from the Mid Dice Crisis podcast at the back there came down to help us out with refereeing.
In the super old school Wave 1
Wave 1
lime green pundit shirt.
Also behind him there in the red, Paul Waters, the rest of world pundit quartermaster.
Yeah.
Here to also help ref out and just look after everybody.
Greg Day sat there in his Team England shirt. There's a bag with peas on it. Very exciting.
Oof.
Burglar Bill into peas or just beans?
His score in the other game is 8-3 to Aaron Wilson. Reckon he scored with Obulus?
No.
No?
Well,
back-
all signs point to no.
Back to our game, we see Brick coming in to engage Mother. I can't imagine how this game would be going if we had Compound rather than Harry.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, in fairness, he's made very good use of the Molotov.
Oh, for sure.
But
I think the Molotov is good roll against Mother there. The Molotov is doing a soft denial, whereas
I believe he took 2 momentous damage on Mother there.
yeah, on Mother. But whereas Compound's a hard denial. Oh, whiffed that dice roll. It's a hard denial because it's like, do you want to come in? Because I will push you away. With Stoic doesn't work so great against Hammer.
That's the interesting point is, with the way we saw JJ play in his last game where he was actually relatively forwards.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to want to play this kind of game.
You saw his success come once the one started coming in at a time for him to take advantage of.
Yeah.
I wonder if Compound dissuades from what he wants your opponent to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to send someone in because Compound's there permanently.
Yeah.
You want them to be coming in. So taking Compound, though what he does is amazing, just doesn't fit the way you want to play the game.
I can understand that, yep. So we saw Mother move to engage Brick. He's got activation advantage now, so Hoist has replicated. Burrowed into that one that was within 4 inches.
Yeah.
Spends the 1 to do it. And then he's going to buy some attacks on Brick. It's probably just push dodge away, get some more momentum. So the shot on goal is that less intensive.
Counter
Brick declares a counter attack. Interesting. 2's 2.
So silly.
You're probably looking at 3 net hits.
Right?
3 net hits. Yeah, he push dodges on 2.
Nailed it.
4. Momentous double dodge, disengage.
Go towards the goal, run. Or sprint for free because of overclock, bang it in.
Make sure you definitely get out of 2 from Brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Yep. Burrow token spent. Yep, Daniel there saying, yep, I understood you were meant to move
Yeah,
out
I know
too.
what you're doing. So because of that double dodge that he did ended up getting from that, JJ obviously measured out to know that he can get a shot, but he's now seeing with the extra 2 inches he got there, obviously it wasn't directly forward movement, so he may not have got the full 2.
Yeah.
But he cannot quite get within. He's losing a little bit of distance because of the diagonal movement he needs to take to get away from Brick.
Yep.
So I'm assuming he'll just go to the 6.
Yeah, I think players just said, well, if I can't get 4, then I might as well go to the extremity of 6 to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Outside of 6 for the no counter charge. Checking marbles, sneaky. No. Okay.
I think that's an 8-inch widget that Daniel's got there.
No, it wasn't. Count forgot. Go ape. So play defensive stance as well. So JJ there declaring the counter attack, but I would be defensive stancing, I think, rather than
Both.
or both. Yeah.
Just go in. You're this far.
Yeah, you're this committed to the goal run. I mean, your sprint was free.
JJ's so aware of the Brick one.
Yeah, and defensive
He
stance.
does declare defensive stance also.
So 5.
5-1.
1 hit from marbles. Momentous
Takes
tackle.
the tackle.
And then the counter attack.
And he does get the momentum back,
He does, yeah.
interestingly, as a counter.
Yeah, because it is a...
the counter attack.
At 4s and 1, attack 5. So he's not spending the influence. He gets a momentous tackle. Now we can actually use the...
Yeah, the more I think about it,
More
with the amount of influence left on Hoist, I'm not sure. Because now he can just try to get the double dodge or push
attack
dodge.
again. Well, he's got a push dodge on 2.
To try and get in.
Yeah, so we can see
get into the
just
4-inch.
buying attacks.
And counter attack taken.
Almost declares a counter attack.
Which just forces the...
Forces
again,
the push
I
dodge.
wouldn't have fall into that.
Oh. Well, that's a 2-inch dodge into tapping range.
2-inch dodge into tapping range.
1 damage push.
Really? Seems...
Down to 4 health on marbles now. Pushing him away.
Takes a shot and bonus times it. Just the 5 dice shot.
5 dice shot. Curse of a 5 dice. We all know this one. And gets
Goes
a goal.
In. So it is
gets the momentum
6
back.
all.
So JJ just looking at it.
4 up.
He's currently 4 up on momentum.
Trying to work out if he wants to
He's thinking about the dodge back or not.
Sit tight for snapshots. So
Yeah.
You're not going to kill him. Not even Hammer can kill him.
No.
Can Hammer kill him? What the myth, the legend.
Yeah. I mean, it does give Hammer a target now to come on 5 from the backfield. It's not a great target, but it's better.
I think it's obvious looking where this ball's... but that's
that's
bizarre placement.
That's awfully...
You can see velocity, right? No, she's there. He knows he's probably going to lose initiative.
6 and the 2, though. I think that's...
And he's dropped marbles back as someone for...
Hoisted.
Yeah.
Kill. So scores, 6-6. Already got it done. And on table 2, it is now 4-8 to Aaron Wilson. So Henry K killing the mascot again.
Mascot murder.
Get rid of marbles. No, get rid of dirge. Yeah. Oh, 2-6 re-roll. That was close. 3 wins it.
So the engineers win that roll off this time?
Yeah. What do you think? What do you reckon we see? Do you reckon we see Mallet die? Has Mallet taken any damage so far? 16. No tough hide. I think that's doable for Ballista.
I'm not sure. Without any assistance. There's a nest marker on him, right?
There's a nest marker on him. So we roll in 7 dice. Attack. Defense 3, armor 2. So definitely -2.
I think you see velocity go and scoop the ball. Throw up nimble.
Yeah, say, come at me.
Probably run up, acrobatic into cover.
Yeah. It looks like you got 3, at least 2 on her.
Because at the moment, the only real kills on the board are whatever Hammer goes for.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced.
The rest of the team can't really kill a player.
No, it's a lot more support pieces in this.
Yeah. Yeah, Hoist is super legit.
I love Hoist. It's crazy when you look at a board and you see Ratchet get taken out, and the biggest deal, like the biggest reason that that's a big deal is because that's
Hoist.
options for Hoist that have gone. Like Hoist's incredible.
I mean, having that potential for 2 tooled ups is great. Having 2 sets of Blast Earth is fantastic.
So he does go for the Hammer coming on and snapping
area.
the ball on route.
Interesting. Do you reckon that's 3 inches to the board edge?
Maybe.
I don't think she's got the influence to get there and then make the attacks to do it, though.
But Stoic, killing off one of them.
Yeah.
But interestingly, I almost send Velocity back to go and help crowding out with Mallet because Hammer has no one to bounce off at that point. And he's just
got no
stuck. There's no one to pass it to because he's completely out in the middle.
And you wouldn't want to pass it to Mallet because it'd be 6s once Velocity's in there.
And then next turn, you just crossbow shot, get on the floor.
Get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Or scatters, hopefully onto Velocity. Yeah. Was that like another children's book joke, was it?
No, it's a song, mate. Sorry? Super Mario Brothers, yeah.
Is it a song about Yoshi?
No.
He's a dinosaur.
Yeah. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? We've got Ronan on our other side just going, what? How do you not know pop culture references? Burglar Bill.
But not again.
Open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk their dinosaur.
Not again.
You walk the dinosaur with the...
Please stop.
With the arms.
Oh god, it's coming in from both angles. Ronan sat to the left of me doing some weird dinosaur dance moves. Yeah. Giblin sitting to the right, joining in. Rare change of pace, I feel like the normal one for a change. Clockwise, we've got 15 minutes left on JJ's and 16 minutes and 48 seconds left on Daniel's.
So looking at the table state, if we can head back. 4 on Mallet, 3 on Brick, 2, maybe 3 on Snakeskin. 2 on Vet Harmony again,
3.
and 3 up on Hammer with the gold influence up there.
So he's looking at Mallet. I do believe that we did have a pre-measure coming out to see if Velocity was in range of Hammer, and I don't believe she was.
Then there's nothing
because
to worry
there's no
about.
one within range for him to take the influence off to speed himself up.
Yeah. I guess the only thing you can do is sprint, pass, make one attack, and then you can say fine for that.
Yeah,
you can have that.
I can live with that because where have you passed the ball to?
Yeah, Mallet probably.
Well,
but
any player in there, it's easy to strip the ball off. No close control. The one player that makes it, life hard to get the ball off has a vengeance token on them. It's there's no safe place to put that ball.
No. I think Ballista probably needs to sprint to get out there, doesn't he? JJ there checking the counter charge from Brick. Doesn't need to. He's engaged, but it's one of those things that Brick does, or anyone with counter charge does. Even if you've got to engage them.
I'm kind of secretly begging he puts a measure from marbles just to be sure. Yeah. Though, as we kind of said, as it happened, it looked bad. But then, when I thought about it, realised how much influence Hoyce had. I'm not sure it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. So
I guess he was hoping for a
going
wrap,
in
right?
On Mallet. Yeah, it was the right thing to do.
You hope for the wrap. You get a tackle and the push, and then you're like, oh lol, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Taking the push, pushing Mallet into rough ground. Mallet, least favourite place to be.
Yeah,
top table game, table 2 is now 6-8 to Aaron Wilson. So Henry there clawing it back slowly.
I mean, it's kind of what you expect when I'm assuming he's playing Vet Rage again.
We ended up walking in with him just because he was in the park, and he said, yeah, I'll probably play Vet Rage.
Apparently he doesn't like Blackheart. Yeah. So apparently,
bad player.
Bad player, because Blackheart's best captain in the game. But yeah, so you'd expect that slow claw back, kill the ball. Sure, you scored. Now I'm killing the ball. Yeah. I kill you way better than you kill me.
Yeah.
I don't care about your unpredictable movement because I have this thing called chain grab.
Yeah. So see Marbles there, moving up to get within 4 of Brick, just to be another counter charge pain. No influence on him though, so can't steal anything for old Hammer. Ratchet going up next. Tool up Ballista. Yep. Ratchet being the coward.
No, taking cover.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he's brave. Big brave boy. He wants to watch the demise.
That your boss killed me, my boss is going to kill you.
See that crossbow? Better at punching now. Just puts it down. He actually uses that crossbow to score instead.
Turns it round. Bonk.
Yeah, just clubs him with the stock.
Yeah.
With his PVC crossbow.
Yep.
Hashtag on brand. So yeah, the Masons train seemed to really run out of steam
immediately.
I can't help but question the positioning of Snakeskin here.
Guys in chat, all 100 of you watching, what do you think the result of this game will be? Currently we're on 6-6. Looks like we've got a takeout on the table for the Engineers. Where do you see Mason VPs coming from? Let us know in chat.
I mean, it's a weird one. With the way the influence is allocated, I struggle to see a takeout with the Masons. I struggle to see that happening. I can see potential routes to goals, but he can't score. He cannot do that because the Engineers will just score in return.
Certainly Mallet's the next activation, otherwise he just dies before influence.
Yep.
Being theft, someone will get to 12. Well, someone will get to 12 unless time runs out. But there's 42 minutes left in the round, and both, Masons have about 15 minutes on their clock. JJ sitting about 12.
Yeah.
So JJ has taken a dip on the time, but he has managed to pull it back. So calling it 12-6 to Engineers from Honduras, and Stubby Holders saying 12-8 to JJ. So Engineers looking like the favourites to win here. And I would agree with that statement.
So I believe that was Mallet charging in on Velocity.
Yep. 2 momentous damage from the charge, and then 2 damage from Forceful Blow.
So I believe leaves Velocity on 6, unless I've missed some damage somewhere.
He won't kill her, and she's fine. Pushing the forceful blow back to looks to be back to the extremity of 3. Again, don't really understand it. I'd rather keep them.
I thought he might have been sending that in rather than going for the damage to wheel
yeah,
round.
so if you charge the extreme angle and push back,
just be pushing towards Hammer. Yeah.
Yeah. It forces Velocity to go.
Guessing he's going to take the singled out, or maybe the hamstring. Not hamstring. The other one. Smash shins.
Smash shins.
Does take the singled out.
Yep. I think that makes sense to set up, and if you
That's
roll hot trash like that, then you take
a
the
lot of Australian sixes.
yeah. JJ using his Juju there.
Yeah, that's a horrendous roll. That's 4 ones.
Look at that.
That's horrible.
You hate to see that when you do it.
It's
You
pretty
love to see your
horrible.
opponent do it though. Like, oh
No, I'm not like you. I like
Yes,
a nice,
you are.
even game.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Like games that are over quick. I know you.
Yeah, I do like games that are over quick.
Rolls like that facilitate.
It's because I'm lazy rather than anything else.
Oh, this ballista going off for to Snakeskin. Shield die. 5s.
I mean, that marker is that.
Who are you?
That who I. Oh.
So gets 1, 2, 3 plus 4 on ballista's
Because
card.
she is charm nail, right?
She has charge move, so 5s to hit. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. 5 dice on 4s. 1. So non-momentous 2 damage there on Snakeskin.
Was there any damage from the charge?
I thought there was a wrap that he didn't take personally, but he took a knockdown. Takes a momentous push to bring her out of cover. I don't think he's going to kill her now.
No, he's definitely not going to kill her.
Used too much.
But it was the.
Setup
I thought
time.
he said he used the token, but he seemed to roll quite. Oh, defensive stance. So there were no 6s.
Yes, yeah.
There we go. Now I'm back in the game.
We're there. 2 damage up to 3. I think he's forgotten about his tooled up because I think his opponent only marked 2 damage there.
So what's the grand total of damage should be at 6 now, right? Am I correct with
No,
the tooled
4.
up?
4 now.
Should be at 4.
Yeah. Well, sorry, it should be at 5, but I think 4's gone down on the cards. Players have just caught it. 5 damage done in total. Another non-momentous 2 damage there from the 2 hits, and yeah, awful activation.
Oh, I don't know. Snake's got 5 health left.
She's not dead though.
She's not dead, but there's just. I look at the table. There's just not a huge amount going for anyone, and I feel like JJ's just getting to the point where he's trying to
a lot
guarantee a takeout.
Yeah, I mean the only fair reason it's a bad activation is that was 6 influence. It generated like 2 momentum.
And Shadow Like exists.
Yeah, so she's
gonna
out
scamper
of there
off.
and heal because there is a lot of influence that can generate stuff in the centre of the pitch, and we might see Hammer just get into position to go and slaughter someone next turn.
Yeah.
So JJ on 3. Hammer kicks the ball to Mallet, which is successful. So he walked up to that point, 4-inch dodge in.
So yeah, we kind of.
Saw
Like, I say we. You
Yeah.
saw that coming, but it's not the.
It's not the end of the world. I mean, he's not likely to kill her.
Oh no, he's definitely not killing her. Lost. He's got 6 health left. Not killing her this turn. Maybe
Unless he gets
setting up for
two
the
big
next turn.
spikes.
Setting up for the next turn, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
One thing Masons do well is get momentum, and there is a lot of momentum generation left in terms of where
Yeah.
their influence is. Brick's pretty good at generating momentum.
Yeah, you got Snakeskin. Hitting 5s. 1, 2,
Solid
3, 4.
Is that a cocked one, or is that a...
That's cocked.
So they did decide to re-roll. Oh! That's nice.
And there's a 5 in the top corner there. Don't miss that one. 5 hits. Oh, he might do her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 damage double push. Bring her back into... If he has another amazing spiky roll like that, he will kill
I think
her.
that was his last influence. Sprint.
Oh, sprint.
Pass.
Sprint pass. Go in, punch. If that was the... end result then? I think
But I think he is working her towards shoving her off the pitch.
Yeah.
As I kind of said earlier, he's amazing at doing it.
Yeah.
Knock back. So
Reanimates.
he could do a 3-inch push there if he wants.
Yeah. I think he did do. I mean, she's got acrobatic, just escapes, runs away, heals.
Yeah. But you force it.
Flashes the V's at Hammer.
Wow. Velocity.
Yeah.
The gutter bot. With the gutter mouth.
Yeah.
And the potty hands.
Yeah. But then the thing is, like, she does that, and then Snakeskin does the same on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, it's just they're like basically standing in the exact same positions.
Yeah,
Those
both captains.
Those pairs of players are like mirroring each other.
How pretty is that?
Beautiful.
Anything you can do, I can do just as averagely.
No, that wasn't average.
No, it wasn't average.
That's a really good roll.
Yeah.
JJ had rolled anything like average.
Yeah.
I'm still not certain Snakeskin goes down.
No, I don't think she does. Charge the monkey. Just give the whole Masons team +2 tack. +1 tack. I won't damage it. I'll take the dodges.
Push dodges. Drag him out of the
4-inch bubble.
I don't think he's actually. He must be in the 4-inch bubble, but
Yeah, it's edge to edge.
looks like a long 4 inches. But yeah, just push dodge him out of that.
Yeah.
Remove that. Force a decision on Brick. Brick could just take the parting blow from Mother. There's no big deal about that. I'm not 100% on Mother's playbook, but I'm pretty sure Mother can literally do nothing to Brick on a parting blow.
Yes. Oh, she can do 1 damage.
Oh, okay, she can do 1 damage. She does have a 2 in there.
Wraps for days.
Yeah, he's taking damage here.
I think the monkey there is now on like 1 health left, probably.
Yeah. It's 1 or 2, I'm not 100% certain which.
I mean, JJ sat on 3 momentum, didn't generate any from that attack. Has 4, maybe on velocity, maybe 3. Ah, smelling salts. Out of range. 1.5 on the end for the circumference of the AoE. Looks like. Ooh, worth checking though. So yeah, Daniel there just saying, smelling salt sent us on 4-inch. We needed to get an 1.5 measure, so we'll see if I can clip her at the end. That's 2 inches.
It's going to be short.
No, he says it's not happening.
Kind of feel like Harmony's done nothing in this game.
No.
And I think she had the potential to do plenty.
Well,
But she seems to have always been there,
I think
just
she's
at the
there,
wrong time.
Yeah, I think she's there with the 2. Oh, charging in.
Get some momentum.
Yeah, just hit that 2 momentous damage.
Yeah.
All momentous dodge. JJ's running out. Both are running out of time. 8 minutes and 9 minutes respectively. How many hits was that? 3 after armor. That's either
Probably 2 momentous damage, right?
mark target or momentous 2 damage.
Momentous 2 in it.
Momentous 2 you
Gotta
should
be.
go for. Makes sense to push
What does
you.
mark target do?
Generate movement. It also adds +2 to your charge.
Yeah, I mean, what in this situation?
Hook, line, sinker.
Triggered. So hard.
Dear. Velocity being activated.
You see, what's interesting here is Captain Squishy is just right in there now.
Oh yeah,
You look at Harry, he's just like,
There's a free
no,
2VP.
danger.
Danger. Acrobatic away.
Like, my thought would be, assuming the Masons win the initiative roll,
Yep.
Mallet goes,
Softens
sets up,
Harry.
and scores.
Yeah.
And then Hammer goes in and
goes in,
finishes
kills
him. He can't get far enough away to get away from Hammer.
Unsure on that one. Harry sprints 7, has the momentum to clear his conditions to stand up. drops a fire area in front of him and jogs away.
But you engage him with
Or
mallet.
Alright, we push him away.
And he can take 4 or 3.
Who, Harry?
Yeah.
4.
Okay. That's a
Yeah,
big
but-
investment.
Yeah, but it's an investment where you don't lose the game.
Fair. So
Velocity's
Velocity's skipping
charging in
around
on
and
Mallet.
going around to try and get the ball. Well, she's got to get the ball. There's no real question in that.
4. Tackle double
Tackle
dodge.
double dodge.
What a result.
One of the best results in the game.
Yeah.
Such a good result.
Disengaging. JJ stating his intention that I'm taking this 3-inch dodge to disengage you. And if I'm not, then
We're at
I'll-
an interesting point here, right? Where if Velocity can get far enough away,
Yeah.
I think Ballista can eventually get Snakeskin.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, I'm going to pop the ball in eventually. Like, this still feels very close.
Yeah. And then nimbling, I think, at the end, was that? Or was that it?
I think it's a nimble.
One momentum to remove conditions. And then we're going to go over and punch Velocity a bit more. She's only got 3 health left with the reanimate, so
Takes the parting blow.
takes part and blow and
So sad.
shrugs. Not taking it,
Doesn't
want to
take it.
Doesn't want to take
Intelligent play there. No reason to.
the clock. Clever play from JJ there
So
to
we brought
say,
that up in the last game, saying like, you don't have to take a parting blow, and if you're low on your clock, just say, no, I'm good.
yeah. Oh. 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 Alright, let's have a look, see. On brick 3, you could knock it down, scatter the ball, tackle.
He takes the knockdown.
Takes the momentum to knock down.
Oh boy.
Oh, big roll coming up here, guys.
Oh boy.
Ronan, we have the dice gun?
Backwards.
Yeah. 2, 3. Centre the
It's
ball
not.
in there.
That could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, so outside the inch of the monkey and a pain for the Masons player to jog back and get it.
Could
So,
have been much worse.
yep.
Hoist boys.
Yeah. This time he didn't force and gets nothing. That's what you get. That's your dice evening out.
There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. There's no moment to tackle because close
Control. Yeah, you don't take the tackle.
And then 2 momentous damage onto Velocity there with bricks last.
Yeah, I think you cannot bank on rolling that well every time you hit her.
Yeah.
And try and making sure you're going to get 2 tackles or
Yeah.
running the risk of her having the ball. I think the knockdown's the right call.
Yep.
And it sets her up for Hammer to be able to annihilate her.
Yeah.
She's got 4 health left at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can take the 1 damage pushes and push dodge her around to get
Well,
into someone else.
Hammer's better position now to be able
clever.
to take...
Nest marker goes down on the other side of brick, just clogging up that area. Oh, 12-8.
Henry wins 12-8 on the other table.
Congratulations, Henry. He is in the final. He'll be playing the winner of this game with his Union. And we've seen him already with his Gutter Masterclass.
Yep.
Chain grab, scything blows. Imagine if Masons win this one. I wonder if we'll have another Masons Union, see if it's the same.
Yeah. See if Hammer affects that at all.
For guys who were watching yesterday, we spoke to Henry this morning on the way in, and we asked about the Flint dropping the ball.
Yeah, we did.
And he was like, yeah,
No.
that was a mistake.
No.
I just wanted to make Flint move as much as possible. It wasn't a bait, but it worked out nicely.
Yep.
So we called it. We got it right.
So...
Momentum count.
JJ annoyed. He thinks he's done something wrong.
Yeah.
But it's this clever getting in head play. You stand there going, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Why did I do that?" To force your opponent to burn
look.
their clock, to look at the table to work out what you're talking about.
Figuring out like what is the mistake you've made. What can I? Where's the advantage I can gain? Momentum count 3 for JJ. He's been hoarding that since like the second activation, and Mason's player must be on quite a bit more.
No, I mean looking at this where that dial is set.
Yeah, Snakeskin here. Shredder-like charge ballista. Takes the 2 influence.
Curious.
I would surely just.
He just wants momentum.
Well, yeah, well, do it twice.
I would have run all the way away.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
have just run all the way away. I'd have maybe hit once to get 1 momentum and then disappeared.
Yep, looking for 3s and 1, and we get 5 hits after armor. Which for Snakeskin, I think that's a double dodge if she wants it.
Yeah, just take the double dodge.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the turn.
End of
Clock is
turn.
paused. So 2
so
for the
JJ ends up
Masons,
on
3 for the Engineers. So
JJ
JJ is actually up
+1.
here.
Hold on to that momentum the entire turn. Big roll coming up. Big roll. Mason's going to one. Engineers take it.
So Engineers take the roll.
And JJ says, I am going first. It needs to happen now.
And allocation needs to be very quick.
Yep. So players, Masons have 4. Engineers have 6 minutes. So Engineers bringing everything back here. And good play from JJ to hold on to those 3 and say, I'm going to just sit on these and take the damage. I'm not going to remove conditions. I'm not going to heal. I'm just going to try and maybe win first turn. And similarly from David going, if you win first turn, I don't think it's the end of the world.
Who's David?
David Daniel, sorry. that's me with names, David.
So, I mean, you're going to see probably a hoist or velocity goal run.
You would assume so. No one starts.
I would
with
have assumed
momentum
velocity because
she's knocked down.
So hoist. A hoist goal run.
Hoist goal run. Taking acrobatic, 2-inch
It's
dodge
basically
over
a race to see
yeah.
if Ballista can get Snakeskin dead before Hammer can get Velocity dead and get a goal in. It's weird. They both need the same thing. I mean, that's obvious. They're both on the same VPs, but they both need a goal and a takeout.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Or...
Oh, velocity. Nimble. Spend a movement to stand. Acrobatic, snap the ball. Engage the monkey. Interested? We're going to hear it. The 5 dice attack on the monkey.
I mean, he clearly knew what he wanted to do, so I'm not going to question it.
2. Momentous push dodge. Disengage hoist, pass to hoist, hoist dodge 4 inches.
Probably.
And then heal. Oh no, just kicking the ball into space, making sure hoist can get there, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a good play.
It
I mean, hoist can
accurate.
just true acrobatic
to
and
get.
probably be in range.
Yeah. 3 in the 1. Not terrible.
Just take it.
Oh, sorry, 1 in the 3. And over to goes. So clocks are pretty much even, but it's now on the Masons player.
Yep. Good play. Clearly knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Get the ball safe.
I didn't let his eyes light up too much. He wants to. There's no influence on Snakeskin.
No.
It's like that seems questionable. My play would have been keep my potential VPs I can give up safe ahead of everything else because you're down on clock.
Yeah.
You need to get quick activations out. Snakeskin 4. Clone, nimble, run over there, done.
Yeah, and he's thinking about it. I mean, you've got the sprint from Vet Harmony over there. Grab the ball, pass it back to someone. She's fast enough to do it.
Well, and just boot it into space.
Or just boot it into even more space, yeah.
And then Engineers player goes, collects it. Well, Mother just sucks it up with the web, boots it back where it came from. It just turns into a kicking into space race.
Well, she has no influence, but yeah, you pop down the web, position yourself so you can web it, snap it.
Is there any influence on... What influence is on Harmony?
2.
There is 2.
There was 2, yeah. So 7 inches,
sprint 7.
snap. Sprint 8, 6, 8.
Takes the parting blow with Mother.
1 damage on Vet Harmony. Clock passes back over. 7 and a little bit.
7 and a bit, and then a bit back.
A bit back. Yeah, so JJ, they're saying, are you snapping the ball?
2 minutes, 40 seconds left on Daniel's clock.
Yep.
Goes for the past a brick.
Gets it.
Smashes it.
Big way, and does Brick dodge?
He does.
Yeah, Brick spends that momentum to dodge 4 inches.
Score with Brick. Score with Brick. Score with Brick.
No one will see it coming, except you.
The mallet's in the wrong place now for it to be... I mean, I'd still go for it, but when there's the mount riding on this, it's brave. I mean, Brick's an easy target to get the ball off.
For
But
sure,
it's
yeah.
time.
Business.
True
Rep Burrow. What's that within 4? That one next to Brick. Yep.
Does use Burrow.
Oh, no, he's not out of range of that one.
Just going to finish the monkey off it, I guess.
Yeah, well, you want to finish the monkey, you have to get yourself ahead.
The
So that
worry
when
with
the clock's-
finishing the monkey.
Everyone else
Attack
gets
8,
better.
hammer. Danger.
Whoever he wants to kill, he'll probably go kill. This turn. Like Velocity or Harry. He can steal Iron Fist and do it. Killing the monkey would put you at 7, so that as soon as the clocks start, you are 1 ahead.
Yeah. But then, where do are you still looking for a goal?
Yeah.
Because like once Hoist's gone and moved out of where he is, you pass it to Velocity and dodge.
Then once a sprint, taking a parting blow from the monkey, nothing happens.
Yep.
Just a tough hide. Attacks Brick. Brick
Does
declares
counter-attack.
counter-attack from the momentum starting from the turn. Oh.
Gets all of them. Takes
Momentous
the tackle.
Over to the clock again. Being quite aggressive
Very
there with it.
quick.
2 hits. Not enough for what he wants.
Doesn't get a tackle or a knockdown.
Not that knockdown does
Shove him
anything anyway.
around.
1 damage.
Just takes.
Clock clicks back over.
Does Burrow.
Spends 1 to Burrow. Ha! Nice. Pass to
Boing.
Ballista. Oh, don't put it on Snakeskin.
Most Station's got no influence. Like
Well,
it doesn't,
yeah.
It's not a huge deal. Nailed it.
Apologies.
Pretty decent scatter there. JJ initially was like, oh, that's horrible. Then he was like, actually, it's not so bad. Jamie allergic to intelligent
Allergic
play,
to intelligent
apparently.
play, yeah. I don't know what's going on. So what was that scatter? 5,
It was,
6?
I believe it was direction 5, 6 inches.
Interesting. So it's Mallet going in on
Momentous singled out.
Velocity. Momentous singled out. Momentous smash shins. Two. Momentous 2 damage to Velocity.
So that leaves her on 2 with reanimate still to proc.
Yeah. And last one. Oh, wow. Takes a momentous knockdown.
So it's not down on the
Interesting. I think I'd have taken the 2 damage killer and get reanimate done.
Yeah, the knockdown doesn't
Do anything.
do you much
No.
because you're going to do 2 damage
Yeah.
and
And then
knockdown's going to go away.
Base to base with Snakeskin. Fires an attack and 6 dice dealing 5s.
Good roll.
Oh, what a roll!
what
That's
he-
the moment. 5 left on Snakeskin. That could be the momentous knockdown
Does
because
take
she
the
has
knockdown.
declared the counter attack. Counter attack goes away because of knockdown. Now it's 4s. 2, 1 damage.
These are on 4.
Yeah, players there.
Just
JJ's
confirming that he
JJ's
has
just
6 on
moving
the
too
play.
much influence. Getting shaky hands again. On JJ, roll those
And
dice.
Ed there just confirming that
Confirming
there was
that-
definitely 6 influence when it was
So that's-
allocated out.
One of the benefits of
Momentous
having a judge at the top table.
2 health left by my maths.
Yep. Another one.
And momentous
2 damage takeouts.
That's her dead.
Put
That
up
is
minefield
JJ
if
at
you
8.
Second wind, nice.
JJ with 1 minute 35 left, and he's still up 20 seconds on clock.
Oh, it's tense. But he has got up to 8, and that is a big thing. So I think we'll see Hammer go kill Velocity now.
I think we will, and then I think the monkey dies. No, monkey's not going to die.
Depends, Harry.
Has he got 1 on him?
It looks
Just
like
1,
2.
or is it the goal influence
It looks
with
like-
another 1 on top of
Yeah,
it?
it looks like goal with an influence on top.
So,
Velocity defensive stancing back up to 6.
Yep.
Defense 6. He has not yet breached from Ballista, so if it does go to another turn with close time, there is a potential for just a sprint breach.
yep.
Oh, big dice roll. You don't want to be doing this when you're on low times. Unless you're just
30
accepting.
seconds left on the clock.
Unless you just accept you're going to time out on this one. Oh, nothing on the... Nothing at all.
No, it's...
Do
I
something
didn't
massive.
actually pay attention. I don't know if it
That
was a
was-
good defensive stance or not. Were there any fives in there?
Yeah, there were fives.
There
yeah,
were fives. So
there were
good,
fives.
good defensive
A
stance.
very good defensive stance.
No better feeling than getting a lot of value out of a defensive stance.
Uh-huh.
And the next hit gets 3.
2 damage
Takes
push.
2 damage under push, which I
Don't think it does. Oh, what a roll.
it's a big roll.
Okay, yeah, have it. I reanimate.
So that does
And
killer and trigger
Remove
reanimate.
conditions. So back to 6s now.
6s.
2 influence left and needs
Need
good rolls here. Have a look at Hammer's playbook. He's got 2 on 3. Not likely without fantastic rolls.
No. I mean, sure, maybe.
Nothing. Now needs to get, what,
It's just not happening.
5 6s in the next roll. Oh, no, he's out.
That's it.
Harry there sprinting away.
So-
He's like, you're clocked out. I'm just going to win on.
I'm just going to run away.
That's John Layfield at 9
John
VPs
onto
after
9.
that activation.
John onto 9 there because of the clock out.
Locking out.
Brick coming in, wants to
Try and get
this done.
Think-
There's so many dice.
So many dice.
Bricks, with the influence, he should get a dead.
Should
Finish it, but I think it's too little too late now.
Yeah. Oh, well, or just, one turn.
Or, YOLO boys.
Just do that. Yeah.
So
kills
that's
her.
her dead. so
that
that
is-
is 9-8.
That is 8-10 to John.
And
That's
the
JJ,
activation
sorry.
ends. And as the activation ends, John goes to 10.
Yep. Monkey activates. John goes to
John
11.
goes to 11. And that's going to be game. Just moves away. And block over.
That's turnover.
So we stop on 11-8. And we roll off.
So where is the ball? Oh, yeah. So John wins in the first activation.
Yeah, there's...
You can go first. Ready? Unlimited time in the maintenance phase. Not that it makes a blind bit of difference. The writing's on the
it
wall.
doesn't
nothing.
matter here.
Nothing can.
I mean,
With-
I don't know if it... To save face, but I would kind of just concede at that point.
Yeah, I think-
like,
I think
yeah,
I-
you've won.
like-
I can't... There is no way I can get 4 VPs, unless there is a way
Unless there's a god.
that I can get 4 VPs.
So we see Shadow Lake over.
Can Snakeskin do it?
Charge. Big. Wrap
Ballista,
for.
no, there's no way you can get within 6 inches of that goal. I don't think.
I always felt. Well, before I worked for the company, and during playtest, I always felt like Snakeskin should maybe be like a 2-8 kick rather than a 3-6.
Maybe.
Because she's a striker, and it just would be
She's a winger, right?
winger, yeah. I think 2-8 for a winger would be a nice.
So she
little-
Shadow likes hooks the ball.
Yeah. Did the
So
ball
obviously on the minute activation, he does not have time to... Well, I don't really know what he's doing.
I
He
don't know,
knows
whatever.
he's lost.
He just accepts it.
Yeah.
And that is game.
And
it
that
is
is game over.
12-8 to John
12-8 to
Layfield.
John Layfield. So the final will be Henry Clay versus John Layfield.
And it will be Engineers versus the Union.
So cagey.
Such a cagey game.
It was so like Fast and Furious at the start.
Yep.
You saw Hammer come out swinging.
Yep.
Pun entirely intended.
Yeah, yeah.
But that is, and as I said at the start, when you see that sort of thing come out of Hammer, he comes out, he absolutely wipes someone out,
Yeah.
and then as soon as he goes down, the train
train
grinds
stops.
to a halt.
Because it's got to restart, hasn't it? From the
The
back.
positioning of Snakeskin for me was a bit peculiar,
Yeah.
but
It-
she does die pretty quick when
Yeah.
you haven't had a chance or can't afford to invest the influence to keeping her alive.
Yep.
Really close game, very enjoyable game.
Yeah, that's-
another takeout heavy game.
Very takeout heavy. What do we see? We saw 2 goals. The rest is clocks
Is
and
that
takes
the
out.
most amount of goals we've seen in a game so far?
Yeah, I think 2.
It's the most we've
Yeah.
seen. A lot
Yeah.
of tough hide.
Lots of stuff. I mean, the thing is, like, it's interesting that these are coming back into fashion, as it
Yeah.
were now. Because previously, against the Fishermen and the Alchemists, tough hide meant very little because they
Because
would
you're
either
just dodging
condition
anyway,
you
I don't-
or just dodging. I don't mind that you have tough hide. I don't want those results. Now that the sort of perception is that Fishermen and Alchemists have been brought back down, they're not the most popular guilds anymore. Tough hide means a lot more because you can avoid the incoming damage.
Yeah, all entirely fair.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to do too much dissecting on that one. It was a thoroughly enjoyable game
that was
to
a
watch.
Great game. Both players played it reasonably well. A few mistakes from both sides.
A few mistakes on both sides, and there was just it was that wind down. The weird thing when you're commentating on Guild Ball is you have to avoid the use of the word momentum.
Yeah.
Because of the in-game connotation of the word.
Momentum's really building up here. Well, not the actual piles.
But like the momentum for the Masons peaked and just wouldn't start going back up.
It kind of went up and then reached the cliff edge
and it just would not.
And it would never start again.
Couldn't regain.
No.
But yes, we'll be back for the final game.
It's lunch now. Round is over in 10 minutes, and I believe we've got sort of about 40 minutes for lunch or so. So we'll be looking coming back probably around about 1 o'clock-ish. But keep an eye out on social media and Facebook, Twitter, because we'll be announcing there probably about 10 minutes or so ahead of time. And yeah, we'll see you.
It's first game. We can't even make excuses about getting time.
My words are not helping today.
We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for joining us.